field a team, a competitive team, throughout the years. I don't want to just have a team and then the team wins one year and it goes away. I want to build a program here where the team is consistently winning every year. And it takes a little while to build a program, but if we get some guys that are committed, a staff that's committed, and I can tell that we have a city that's committed here. And I honestly believe that it won't take long to build a program where I've talked with our director of athletics. She explained to me the things that we need to have done, and it doesn't seem like, I mean, with her intelligence and the things that she knows and how to get it done, once those little things are done, we'll begin building a program rather than a team will win one year and it take 5 years to win again. It'll be a consistent winner.
Mike Sands from WABG in Greenville. Is this kind of a surreal day for you to be sitting here as the head coach at Mississippi Valley State, given the past years you spent at Jackson State?
Is it surreal? I would think God blessed. I would think for me it's a blessing. He's moved me around in my lifetime, and he's never led me wrong yet. And I think this is a place where he wants me to be now, and a place where he wants me to make something happen that's good. I think I can do a lot of good here, and I think that's why he brings me.
Coach, what appealed you about this place? What's the first thing that came to mind that appealed you to Mississippi Valley State?
Well, the last couple of years, I think I only beat them by 6 points. And, you know, and I got kind of tired of that. So I figured that if that's going to happen, I might as well go down and see if I can get 1 point more than what they've been getting. And so it was a great opportunity. I met the president. I met Ms. Ford Key. I met the board. I met so many people that welcome you and show love not people who are looking for, I'm just wanting to hire alumni, not just people who with another agenda besides making these kids the best they can be. And I don't think, you know, I don't think you treat everybody the same, but they all get the same type of punishment, but you don't give them all the same. And I think kids are different, just like each and every one of us here. I don't think you do things the same all the time. I think you've got to remember one thing, that you're dealing with other people's children. And when you forget that fact, that you're dealing with other people's children, and you go on just how you feel or how you like them, it makes a big difference in how they play.
Coach, what's your vision for this team in year one and going forward?
In year one, I'm going to go ahead and screen this team and see what they look like, see what we got. I'm going to go ahead and try to mix it up a little bit and see the numbers. And you know, what my dream is to be a winner, is to get these guys on that winning track, and so it's no fluke, that they know that they can win. And in this area here, there should be no reason why we can't go out and get the kids along this delta throughout Mississippi to win football games. We all believe that as a staff, and I truly believe it today and now.
Coach, I have a question here. Are you planning to bring any players from Jackson State here to the Valley?
No, I'm not going to get involved with people saying that we're trying to take somebody's players, or we're trying to do this or trying to do that, because I don't want, you know, that to become a motivation or a black eye on our school. I'm going to go out, we're going to find our own players. If some players choose to come, that'll be on them, but it sure won't be because we're enticing.
Coach, just for clarity, you introduced your former assistant coaches. Are they now on board with you here at Valley State?
They will be, yes. The president's going to talk with them today before we leave, and you know, there's some sharpshooters. They know how to coach the game, and that's why I wanted to bring them with me.
Coach, given the recruiting budget and the difficulties that Valley has had as far as not having a whole lot of money for recruiting, how big of a challenge is that going to be for you?
Well, I talked to the president, and he's going to talk to Ms. Ford Key. Before I came down, we had a good long talk, and they'll decide, once they get together, what it will look like. And I think we'll be able to recruit.
Come October, Coach, when you guys play Jackson State, I know it's a little bit harder to look ahead right now, but will that be a bittersweet moment for you? How do you think you'll feel when you are across the sidelines from those Tigers?
Well, my job is to win, regardless of who's on the other side. And I think if you concentrate on who you're playing and you're concentrating on something else than what you're supposed to be concentrating on, I think you got to concentrate on making good moves and X's and O's and try to set people up in order to get in the end zone. I don't think it's who you play or where you play. I think it's putting the ball in the end zone and keeping them out of the end zone. I know it may look, for the media, it may look like, well, we're going to get Jackson State, but in my mind, it'll be about outscoring them and putting points on the board.
We'll take 2 more questions.
You had some.
Coach, you've mentioned a lot about recruiting so far. National Signing Day a few weeks away. I mean, when do you hit the ground running, and do you have a plan to recruit on a short period of time like this?
Well, let me say this to you. It may look like it's a short time recruiting, but there's a lot of kids out there that are under the radar that have not been signed yet. And the big boys can't take them all. And one AA can't take them all. They can't take them all. And there's some guys that we recruited late that could come in there and make an impact on our program. And so I never ever think it's late. I'll recruit all the way up to August 1st.
Coach, I know you're celebrating now being introduced here and being here, but how difficult has the past month and change been for you since leaving JSU?
Well, when you're always a little bit hurt when you first take the pain of things. You're always a little bit hurt, but that hurt doesn't last long if you truly believe in what Christ has for you. And I truly believe that He has another plan for me. I'm a strong believer in FCA, and I'm a strong believer in church. And I think that keeps you on your feet, keeps you on the right mind, and keeps you thinking about doing the right things. And I think this is the right thing for me.
Okay, we'll take 1 more question, Lee Hall, and that's it.
Coach, winning football programs have to support other community. As head coach of Valley State, what do you want this community to do to support you?
I think if the community would just be willing, it doesn't have to be much, but to get a group up when the kids need something, to have a group that is prepared to do the small things that may be needed. I know we may have enough mouthpieces. I know we may have but we may be short a helmet sometime, or maybe short a shoulder pad for a walk-on. You never know, because I haven't seen the equipment. But you can't keep running upstairs all the time because money is tight. And if the community would just on their own, where you can go to somebody and he's heading it up and he said, listen, we need this, and we'll bring you back the receipt so that you know that the money or whatever's past tense or to the AD, which is the compliance, or so it's legal. And then we could get some of the things that the kids may need. Some kids may like wearing stocking hats, around. Some kids, when they travel, they all travel in different sneakers. Some kids, you can maybe not be able to buy enough travel suits. You may not be able to carry enough guys on the trip because you may not have enough money for rooms. You may run out of footballs. Things like that, just the smaller things that you want to feed them well on the road. I remember there's times when you had to go and you're always taking them out before a game to a big game. You're taking them out to what's the name of it? The Golden Corral. And so you're getting ready to play one of the biggest games of your life, and you're in the Golden Corral. Now, I'm not saying nothing's wrong with it because of money and economics, but the biggest game of your life, they're in front of kids and everybody's running around rather than trying to get somebody to help us get that meal at the hotel so we're isolated and quiet and ready and focused when we hit that field. You see what I'm saying? But if you have to go there, I have no problem with it. But those type of isolation moments that you get with them alone, when you can talk to them and bring them right to the stadium, and they're focused, and a focused team is